Hi everybody, Steve from Steve's Makerspace, and today we are in Scrap Mechanic, but what I really want to do is talk about my plans to take this piece of kinetic art and bring it into the real world, to actually make something that I'm going to put in my front yard. Now it's not going to be this huge, that would be crazy. It's going to be about 2 feet wide. Each of these slats is going to be about 1 inch wide with a 1 inch space in between each slat. This is where I plan to install the piece. I get a lot of passers-by here, kind of a busy thoroughfare, so I think it's a good spot and we'll be able to see it from our porch. So if we back up a little bit, this is what I made in Gamecraft quite a while ago, and then most recently I recreated this in Scrap Mechanic Survival. So I thought, could I make this in real life? Now I have never done anything like this in real life, so I have a lot of learning to do, and I need to consult with some people. So the first thing I did was to look on YouTube to find other people who were making kinetic art. But a lot of the kinetic art I found was not motorized. And the other thing is, a lot of these kinetic artists are making some really fabulous things that they're selling for like $2,000, and I'm not sure that they want to talk to me. But we'll see. I might contact some of these people anyway. In Madison, we've got 2 local makerspaces. So I've reached out to someone from the Bodgery in Madison, a local makerspace, to see if they can put me in touch with someone who knows about building stuff like this. I also bought 2 books. The first one is Mechanical Engineering for Makers, a hands-on guide to designing and making physical things by Bunnell and Samir Najia. And then the second one, which I'm actually reading, is Making Things Move by Dustyn Roberts, DIY mechanisms for inventors, hobbyists, and artists. I'm getting a lot out of this book. One of the things I'm concerned about is I've got things rotating in 2 different directions, which means either I need 2 motors or I need some sort of gear system. I need a motor or a gear system that's going to produce enough torque to turn this thing. I don't know anything about motors or gears or any of that stuff. And I also don't know how I'm going to build these arms, these circular discs. I'm thinking either making it out of wood or making it out of aluminum, although I have no idea how to go about doing that. So many unknowns. The other thought is, how much do I just rely on experts, or do I just buy stuff, try to make something, and learn from that? I usually like to learn from my mistakes, but if I'm buying motors and then burning them out, that's not a good thing to learn from. I'll be throwing away a perfectly good motor and spending a lot of money. Since I'll be putting this outside, it's got to be able to withstand a temperature range from 95 degrees all the way to 15 below. Rain, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I don't know if it's realistic or not to be able to make something that can withstand all of these stresses. Plus, like leaves that fall and get into the mechanisms. How do I prevent that from happening? And then do I want something that's going to require lots of maintenance? I'm thinking that this will be battery operated, and I want the batteries to be rechargeable, although I'm also thinking maybe I'll have a solar panel out there so that it's solar powered. I did do a few prototypes in Scrap Mechanic. So this is the original design, and then I put a background to it. And so first I was just going to do a square. Then I thought, well, why not try doing a circle? And I'm still a little bit torn. I like both of these, the square and the circle. Why don't you let me know which one of these you like better? Of course, in real life I'll be able to make this a more perfect circle, but this is the best I could do in Scrap Mechanic. I'm leaning towards doing the circle. I did ask my family what they thought. My son liked the squares. I think my daughter was kind of indifferent. She liked both of them. My wife liked the circle better. I like that the background shows things off more, but my daughter pointed out to me that we won't be able to see it from the house if we put a background, whereas if we leave it like this, then we'd be able to see it from either the house or from the sidewalk. And my wife likes it without a background. So I think I'm going to skip doing a background. Another consideration is I'm concerned that something like this will have a lot of shearing. There'll be, like this bearing over here will have a lot of weight pulling down on it. So that's why I was thinking of making these two poles on each side to limit how much shearing is going on. I'm also wondering about, like, if I need a really big motor, I don't want it taking up a huge amount of space up here and just making it look ugly. If it does require a large motor, then maybe I'd have the motor down here with a gear spinning a rod. The rod goes up, spins another gear, which spins this. It's also possible that I might have a rod that goes up the center of this and somehow spins both of these. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know enough about gears and motors. So I think that's about it for right now. Let me know what you think. If you know anything about gears or motors, let me know in the comments. It's going to take me a while to actually build something like this. It might be a couple of months before I have a finished project to show you. But that's what I've been up to lately. I really like the idea of Scrap Mechanic being a design and prototype tool to make real life things. If you like this video, give it a like, consider subscribing to my channel, ring the bell for notifications. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Steve's Makerspace.